Hey guys, so as many of you have probably heard or read, the 11th house will no longer be setting up until the threat of this virus has passed. In the meantime, the reason why we chose to not set up anymore is because we believe so strongly in reducing the amount of public spaces that's available to people right now, just because we definitely encourage everybody to stay at home to prevent the spread of this virus. I mean, right now I think we're in a spot where we have a lot of potential control over how quickly this virus could spread throughout our community. And while I believe strongly in supporting all of the local businesses around here, I believe stronger in supporting the individuals in this community. And I think by preventing the spread of the virus, even if we are a part of the group where we feel like we aren't going to be severely affected by it, I think we owe it to our community to kind of be a good neighbor and be a good person in our community and help prevent the spread of those. We know that healthcare providers and hospitals are about to, reach their capacity and probably then some as well. And I think that the right thing to do for us is to control as much as we can, control exposure the best that we can by limiting our contact with others and our time spent in public spaces. While obviously a lot of restaurants and coffee shops and bars are, for the most part right now, still open. Just because they're open doesn't mean that we need to go into them. And that doesn't mean that we're not supporting our community by not going. I think it just means that we're looking at the bigger picture and trying to make that bigger picture as less chaotic and the best that we can, and try to come out on the other side a little bit faster. I'm ready for everything to go pretty much back to normal as soon as possible. I've been at home all day and I'm not really one to stay at home. So I know a lot of people are like that as well, and I just think it's time for us to really just prevent this from, getting too much out of hand, because we already know that it's probably going to hit us perhaps a little bit harder than, what we're expecting. So, by staying at home and limiting our time spent in public spaces, while it sucks right now, we just, believe that that's the way that, we're going to get to the end of this. And I know that on Facebook, and Instagram, whatever, we see a lot of people posting things and, trying to almost shame other people for going out and trying to do this. And, right now I would encourage people to be mindful in how we communicate to others. Stay away from blaming people, from shaming people, from turning this into some fucking political stance or, whatever. And just, communicate with care and communicate with concern and be empathetic, and do communicate with a sense of, urgency, of course, but be mindful of how you're going about it. And we just, hopefully by doing that, we'll come out on the other side just a little bit faster and a little bit less chaotic. So in the meantime, if you are somebody who needs help, don't be afraid to ask for help. And if you are somebody who is able to help, maybe, consider, posting on Facebook like many people are already doing. But, consider posting on how you can specifically be of service or, whatever, to others. So with that being said, the 11th house will be back. I don't know when, but it will be back. And, I'm trying my best, I guess, in the meantime to figure out what I can be, or, the 11th house can be doing now to still play a role in the community and stand by our value, particularly of bringing people together, not in a physical sense, obviously, but, bringing people together to strengthen our community. So stay tuned and we'll see what happens. So looking forward to all this being over, and we'll see you guys on the other side.